I promise to keep you up to speed on what's happening with Foralumab because we're all pretty excited about it. Well, here's the latest as of a couple of weeks ago. Well, hello and welcome to another episode of You and Me and Multiple Sclerosis. My name is Pam. I've been living with MS for 40 years. I have posted a number of videos about Foralumab, the nasal spray that shows a lot of promise for those of us who have non-active secondary progressive MS. And I promised you that I would keep you up to date on things that I read or heard about how it's doing because it's just chugging along in development, and we can hardly wait for it to hit the big time so we can try it out. Well, the latest news just hit a couple weeks ago. It looks like they may be really getting ready to start producing it because they have picked a partner to help them package it. And let's take a look at that article. Well, I just wanted to keep you up to date on this. This came out in the NASDAQ. It's also been published in many other places that are of interest to investors. So it's important that we keep up with this, even though at this point it's looking like there's going to need to be investor excitement to get this thing to market. And I'm hoping that there will be. But here's what they announced. Tiziana Life Sciences partners with Renaissance Lakewood to advance development of intranasal Foralumab for neurodegenerative diseases, and this was published on February 21st of 2025. Here's the summary. It looks like it was generated by AI, artificial intelligence, so we'll see how articulate it is. Tiziana Life Sciences Limited has entered into a product development services agreement with Renaissance Lakewood LLC to enhance and scale up the formulation of its lead candidate, intranasal Foralumab, a fully human anti-CD3 monoclonal antibody. This collaboration aims to support the production of Foralumab for treating neurodegenerative and inflammatory conditions, including diseases like Alzheimer's and multiple sclerosis, by optimizing its nasal delivery. Renaissance will utilize its expertise in pharmaceutical development to ensure high-quality standards are met. Tiziana's CEO highlighted that this partnership is crucial in accelerating clinical development and potential commercialization of Foralumab, which has shown promise in activating regulatory T cells and reducing neuroinflammation. And now they're going to look at some potential positives, again, from a marketing and investment perspective. Bear that in mind. They first say that Tiziana Life Sciences has entered into a significant product development services agreement with Renaissance Lakewood LLC aimed at optimizing the formulation and scale-up of its lead therapy, intranasal Foralumab. Intranasal Foralumab is currently under development for treating neurodegenerative and inflammatory diseases, addressing a critical area of unmet medical need. The collaboration with Renaissance, a CDMO with proven expertise in nasal drug delivery, is positioned to enhance Tiziana's ability to expedite clinical development and prepare for potential market entry. And that's an important thing. The reason for the partnership is that Renaissance has expertise in these nasal sprays and how best to get them to work so they deliver what they need to deliver. It sounds to me like that is the component that Tiziana really needs. So it sounds like the partnership means that we are almost ready to see this thing go into production. And finally, they say that intranasal Foralumab has shown promising clinical results, with patients experiencing stabilization or improvement of their condition, and recent FDA approval to enroll additional patients to the Expanded Access Program. We've talked about that before. The Expanded Access Program lets certain patients get access to the drug even before the FDA approves it. And then they discuss the potential negatives, again, I think from an investment point of view. Is this a stock worth investing in? They say that the press release highlights reliance on a partnership with Renaissance Lakewood, which may indicate limitations in Tiziana's internal capabilities for developing and manufacturing their lead product, intranasal Foralumab. Well, it may also indicate that they recognize that they aren't as expert in that part of the job as Renaissance is, and they had the good smarts to partner with them. So, you could look at it either way. And they say that despite promising early results, the ongoing clinical development phase suggests that commercialization is still distant, which may affect investor confidence and stock performance. Well, that's interesting. I guess I was not aware that people were considering the commercialization part of this project to be distant, to be off in the future. So that's an interesting point. And then finally, the statement emphasizes forward-looking risks, including various uncertainties, which could imply potential challenges ahead for Tiziana's product development and market entry. I think you almost have to say that about anything, because any new thing is full of unknowns, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to work. So I think the second one is probably the most off-putting if I was going to look at this from an investor perspective, because I would want my returns to start coming in the short term, and that may not happen with this one, according to what they're saying here. And then they have some frequently asked questions. What is intranasal Foralumab? That's a good question to ask if you're looking to invest in something. You kind of want to know what it is. They say that intranasal Foralumab is a fully human anti-CD3 monoclonal antibody developed to treat neurodegenerative and inflammatory diseases by modulating the immune system. And how does the collaboration with Renaissance support Tiziana? The partnership aims to optimize Foralumab's formulation and scale up production for nasal delivery, ensuring regulatory compliance and quality standards. What conditions is Foralumab being developed to treat? Foralumab is currently under development for neurodegenerative and inflammatory conditions, including Alzheimer's disease and multiple sclerosis. What is the significance of the recent expanded access program? The FDA has allowed an additional 20 patients to enroll in the EAP, which previously showed positive results in patients with non-active SPMS. And finally, what advantages does intranasal delivery offer? Intranasal delivery of Foralumab may improve efficacy, safety, and tolerability compared to traditional intravenous methods, providing an innovative approach to immunotherapy. And then there's a disclaimer. This is an AI-generated summary of a press release distributed by Globe Newswire. The model used to summarize this release may make mistakes, and so you can look at the full release here. And I'm just going to skip down here to later in the summary where they quote the CEO of Tiziana Life Sciences, Ivor Elrifi, who says that partnering with Renaissance is a significant milestone in our mission to bring intranasal Foralumab to patients in need. Their proven track record in pharmaceutical manufacturing will be invaluable as we advance our clinical programs and prepare for potential market entry. And I guess, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like if you're developing a soft drink, say, you're also not going to develop the can or the bottle, whatever it's in. You're going to contract and partner with somebody else who's already got expertise in doing that. You might have noticed that that is the case, that a lot of the containers for our products seem to be made by the same manufacturer. So I don't really understand why they consider that to be a negative. I think it's going to move it forward faster. And they say that this collaboration aligns with Tiziana's commitment to addressing unmet medical needs through innovative therapies. It represents a pivotal advancement in the company's efforts to deliver effective treatments for debilitating neurodegenerative and inflammatory conditions. And to that I say, bring it on, because we've all been waiting for this thing to actually hit the market. And I hope it's not as far distant as these folks seem to think it is. They also have a short section about Renaissance Lakewood, which is going to be partnering with Tiziana. They say it's a U.S.-based contract development and manufacturing organization for pharmaceutical and biotech, with over 20 years of experience in nasal sprays and sterile dosage forms. Renaissance has a consistent track record of providing exceptional services and resources to clients from the development stage through commercial launch. And here's a link. You can learn more about Renaissance if you so wish. They even have a media contact for you. But I think that's good to know. We just want to keep up with the latest on this because we've all been waiting to see this hit the market. And it looks like it is moving forward. I consider it a very positive step that they're already at the stage where they're looking at how best to deliver it and to contract with somebody who already knows how to do that. Well, I hope you're as excited about this as I am. I know that word distant is not something that makes us feel really warm and fuzzy. And I don't know if maybe you want to try and get on the EAP. They do have a few spots there. But again, distance is in the eye of the beholder. I think if you're an investor, maybe you're a little more antsy to start seeing return on your investment. Those of us with MS, we have learned nothing if we haven't learned patience and dealing with disappointment, right? So I don't know. It may be the greatest thing ever, and it may not turn out to be anything much at all, but I want to try it. I'm really looking forward to this one, and I've heard from several of you that you are too. Well, let's just keep on hoping that this gets to where it needs to be as fast as possible. And in the meantime, just please do take really good care of yourself, and I will see you again soon.